I'm your host, Noitalumis. I'm here with Kara, our first guest of the day. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So question number one, what gets you out of bed in the morning?
It's kind of a loaded question. I would
Please.
say there's a few things. Work to make money,
Sure.
to live the life that I want to live. My fiance and I are kind of working as much as we can to pay for our wedding.
Yeah, nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. I would say just being lucky to be alive, which sounds kind of corny, but my brother passed away 2 years ago. So
I condolences.
thank you. I always kind of have that in the back of my head when I'm like going about life.
Yeah, every day is special.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So second question, what is something you're passionate about that you can't live without?
I'm a big foodie. I love going out to eat. I also love to cook. I was raised in a family where cooking was kind of like the center of like all of our gatherings and spending time together. So that's definitely something I'm passionate about. And I'm passionate about my work.
Very nice. But could you live without your work?
I
Or
could live without my work.
Okay.
Yes. Like if I could do anything in life, it probably wouldn't be what I'm doing. I would probably open up a coffee shop and just be a little coffee shop owner.
Very cool. Do you have a name in the back of your head for that coffee shop if it opened tomorrow, or something you still got to do a little brainstorming on?
I would have to brainstorm. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm a creative and I love to like try new hobbies and things like that. So
Very cool. Do you have any favorite spots to eat in town?
so many.
Sorry to put you on the spot like
I
that.
know
That's a hard
you are
town to
putting me
choose
on the
from.
spot. Okay. All right. Saloon in South Philly.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Very nice.
I've been going there a lot recently.
My cousin lives right across the street from there.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then a newer restaurant that I discovered, it's actually on 2nd Street in Northern Liberties. It's called Modern
Okay.
Chinese. Have
Very
you been?
nice. No, but I saw it and I love their branding.
Yeah, they have.
Seems right up my alley.
Yeah, yeah. Everything. We haven't had a bad meal there. They have black truffle pork soup dumplings, and it's one
wow.
of the best like Asian foods I've ever eaten in my entire life. Not that I've like been to Asia to have real Asian cuisine, but for Philly, it's amazing.
Very nice. Yeah. Have you ever been to Quinto? Or Quinto?
No.
It's really good. It's they have soup dumplings as well. But they call them kinkali. It's the Georgian word for them. That's a hidden gem.
I'll have to check it out.
I think a lot of people get so caught up with all the choices that they have to eat out that, like you said, the family gathering when cooking at home, I feel like that's kind of lost sometimes.
Yeah.
If you eat out 7 days a week, you don't really have your own space to kind of decompress and talk about everything. And when you go out, it's more of an event.
Yeah, I agree. I try to pull him in with me to cook more, but he just likes to spectate. He will sous chef for me though. Like if I need my chicken shredded, he'll do that. So, but yeah, I just love cooking.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And so you say you would open up a coffee shop. Would you maybe introduce the cooking into that as well? Because I know a lot of coffee shops, they go bare bones and just pastries and coffee, but
I mean, I would probably start out and keep it simple, but I would be open to doing like maybe on the weekends, like having like some lunch or brunch and breakfast items for sure.
That's smart.
Yeah.
All right. So our third question. What is the third question? The third question is, who inspires you most? Took me a second. It doesn't have to be someone, you don't have to name someone by name, or it can just be like qualities that you admire in a person, or a type of person that inspires you most.
Okay.
That's easier.
I mean, I could be specific.
However you'd like to answer.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Honestly, my fiance inspires me the most out of anybody. He is one of the most caring and supportive people I've ever met. That's why I fell in love with him. My friends and I were just joking about this the other day, actually. He's a middle child, but does not give middle child energy at all. Mm-hmm. He's very much like the caretaker. He's like the core, because he's one of three brothers. So he's like the core of the three of them. And like he's the calm in their storm.
Yeah.
So like I always think about him in a lot of the choices that I make because I tend to be more hot-headed and stubborn. And he like kind of brings me back to earth sometimes.
That's awesome.
So
seems like it's a great sign that you're going to marry the person who inspires you.
Yeah.
Holds it together. I'm the oldest, but my sister, who's a middle child, she's the only sister I have. She's kind of middle child vibes, as you'd say.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like how you put that, the core, because she does kind of hold my brother and I together. And it's always nice when we all get together and stuff.
Yeah. And, you know, that makes sense to me because, like, when you're the only girl in a pack of siblings, I feel like there's different expectations, which is a whole other thing that we can get into. But it makes sense that she is kind of the glue to you guys.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
And so my last question, what advice would you have to give our viewers, if you have any? I know you have some. This has been a great talk so far. So
Yeah. I mean, where do I begin? I would say, and I'm trying to think of something that you don't hear all the time because I always hear the same like cliche sayings, but like follow your dreams and kind of along the same line, never be afraid to start over. And never be afraid to fail, which I guess people do say a lot, but I'm 28, so I still have much of life to go through, but I feel like in my working life, I've like battled internally and I've already experienced extreme burnout, and I thought about completely like 180ing my career, and I wasn't afraid to do it because I'm a big believer in work-life balance, and I don't believe that people should live to work. I think you should work to live, kind of like the European lifestyle.
Certainly.
So yeah, I would say put yourself first and don't be afraid to start over and really prioritize yourself and your wants and needs.
It's a great answer. I'm sure there's people watching that may be in a shaky place and they feel like starting over is scary. But once you do it and you keep doing it and keep showing up, it becomes easier and easier.
It does.
And just like this show, we're on the sixth guest, and I can't imagine what guest 60 will be like, but I'm grateful for everyone. So thank you so much, Kara, for stopping by.
Thanks for having me. Good luck.
Thank you. This has been Riverwalk Talks Philly. All right, welcome back. This is Riverwalk Talks Philly with your host, noitalumis. I'm here with Dorothy. How are you today?
I'm really great.
That's great to hear. Well, my first question for you, what gets you out of bed in the morning?
Well, looking at the sun coming through the window, it makes me think about God's creation and how much we need sunshine. That makes me want to get up and get out and get some sunshine.
That's a beautiful answer. Yeah, there's nothing like the sunrise, and I feel like too many people sleep on it, for lack of a better term. But if you can sync your rhythm and get up and watch the sun, I feel like the days feel so much longer and you get so much more out of the day. You know?
Do. And just helps your rhythm, wake, sleep.
Yeah.
So keeps us sync.
Certainly, on the circadian rhythm and being outside when the sun sets and when the sun goes down, try not to stare at a screen all night.
Oh, and, that is not good.
No, that is not good for your sleep. So question 2, what is something you're passionate about that you can't live without?
I am so super passionate about reading the Bible, trying to apply it, and actually helping other people to learn what the Bible has to say, answers to questions, why is the world in such a mess, and sharing with people, if God is a God of love, why is he allowing suffering? You could go to jw.org and get all those answers. They're right there. Yeah.
Also, if you don't have a Bible and you're like, I don't have money to buy a Bible, there's places where you can sign up and they'll just ship you one for free. I love books, and I had a lot, and I keep hearing about the Bible.
Yeah,
and
yes.
I got one about a few months ago, just shipped to my house for free.
Yes.
And yeah, I keep it on my nightstand. I read it every now and then. And
That is so good.
yeah. And it's like, I don't say, oh, this is a 1,000-page book or whatever it is. I'm never going to get through this. I just kind of flip it open and start reading. And it's like the pages, show me what I need to see at certain times, you know? So.
Well, it's always good to have a teacher to direct you. It's a big book, as you said, but having somebody to show you the scriptures, and we've heard Bible stories, David and Goliath, you know, Bathsheba, Cain and Abel, Adam and Eve, and many people don't know what those stories mean and how it benefits us today. Having a free home Bible studies, you'll get the answers to all those questions.
Thanks so much for sharing that. So question number 3, who inspires you most?
Actually, the person that taught me the Bible was such an inspiration. When I was younger, I was depressed and I was concerned about the problems in the world. And she showed me what the Bible said about the time we're living in, last days. And that's why we see all these problems, because this is the time that God foretold would be the end of suffering, wickedness, injustices, sickness and death. All these things will be done away with, and the Bible has the signs to prove everything that it says. Once I learned why these problems exist and what the solution is, whole new life.
That's amazing.
It was for me.
I've always had faith in the universe and faith in myself. But seeing it laid out in like a cohesive framework, and it's like universal stories, like you said, that everyone can learn from and take the principles, even though it seems like a lot of people are like, that's an old book, it has no relevance. But in the span of human history, it's actually quite new in relative to how long humans have been here on Earth.
Exactly. And what is truly amazing is that they found the Dead Sea Scrolls, which was dated thousands of years before Christ came. The same scriptures, in fact, the Dead Sea Scrolls contain Isaiah, the Bible book of Isaiah. And when they compared the Dead Sea Scrolls with the modern day Bibles, exactly alike. No discrepancies. And it's like, how did that happen? How could something be translated over thousands of years and still be accurate? Humans can't do that. It's only because the Creator wants people to know why these problems are existing and what the solution is, which is God's kingdom.
And I feel like it's a resonance where it's like a lot of people, they resonate with the core vibration of it. And a lot of people are, some are put off by religion, but it's about what it brings to everyone and how everyone can connect with it, and the core vibration of it. I feel like the core vibration of it is good and greatness, and it's a beautiful thing.
It is. And many people are turned off of religion because of so many bad things that they see done in the name of God.
Yeah.
These people claim to represent God, the God of the Bible, but the Bible says God's name in Psalms 83:18, his name is Jehovah. I never learned that when I was going to church. It wasn't until Jehovah's Witnesses out of their own pocket paid to come and teach me the Bible and show me that God has a name. So many people, because of the things that they see done in the name of religion that claims to be representing God, but they really don't, because they don't obey the Bible, don't apply it. And one of the Bible prophecies says that God is going to do away with false religion because of all the wicked things that religion has done over the centuries. And these are the things that turn people away from God and the Bible.
Can I ask you a question off script?
Sure.
This wasn't planned, but I see a lot of stuff recently with like people are looking for like a God-fearing man or a God-fearing woman, but like I feel like fear isn't a good like word because it's like I have love and admiration and respect, but I don't fear God, but just as I don't fear the universe, but as like we are a part of the universe, like a part of God. And it's like I don't think fear is the right word, is what I'm trying to say. How do you feel about that?
The Bible says God's dominant quality is love. He loves us, and he loves us so much that we can't even imagine the depth of his love.
Mm-hmm.
Even people that have done many wicked, bad things, even they might be ashamed of some of the bad things that they have done, and they feel like God is going to reject them so they won't come to him. But once they learn the love and the forgiveness that Jehovah God has for mankind,
Mm-hmm.
and that if they come and learn about him and apply what the Bible says, makes these changes in their lives, his forgiveness is so great. The Bible says God throws their sins behind him. He doesn't even look at them. And this is what the love of God means. The Bible does say we should fear God, but it's not like a morbid fear, but it's like we have a fear of electricity.
Sure.
Nobody's going to stick a fork in an electric socket.
Yeah.
Why? I'm afraid I'm going to get shot. So it's a respect.
Mm-hmm.
So when we respect our Creator, that's another word for fear. Not the morbid fear, but respect and honor.
Thank you so much for that answer. And I feel like a lot of people get hung up with the idea of God and that they can't get behind that it's a guy sitting in the sky. But it's like it's just from also an old book, the Tao Te Ching. It says any God that can be named is not the true God. Or it's like we can't like grasp the idea of the creator of our universe with just like one word, but it's more of like a frequency and like a way of explaining it to people.
Well, God does have a name, just like we have names.
Sure.
And the purpose of a name is to differentiate a title. Man, woman, a judge,
Yeah.
a president, a doctor. These are titles. But there could be a million doctors, but how do you know which one you want? They have a name. So God has a name that he gave himself. And the name means he causes it to be. So God causes everything we see. He created the water, the trees, everything he created. He causes these things to come into existence. So he has a name, and he gave himself that name. Jehovah God is his.
That's the best way I've heard it explained. So thank you. So the last question, what advice would you give to our viewers?
My advice is to read the Bible daily. Go to jw.org, download a free Bible, accept a free Bible study, free Bible discussion, so that you can learn and understand the Bible.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it, Dorothy. This has been Riverwalk Talks. Your host, noitalumis. Welcome back to Riverwalk Talks, Philly. This is your host, noitalumis. I'm here with Zahra.
Yep.
Thanks so much for stopping in. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. So, question number one, what gets you out of bed in the morning?
I think my dreams and like aspirations and wanting to accomplish everything that I set my mind to is like, I have to start somewhere. So
Very nice.
got to start by getting up,
There you go. Do you mind sharing your dreams or aspirations?
I want to be a cardiac surgeon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's operating on hearts.
Yep.
Right? Very nice. And why a cardiac surgeon?
I had heart
Particular?
surgery, so
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's like cool. So
Very nice. So it's like, so you can give back the gifts that you were given.
yeah, pretty much.
It's a beautiful thing. Question number 2. What are you passionate about that you can't live without?
I would say my family and like my friends. I feel like relationships are very meaningful to me, and the people that like invest into me, I always want to invest into them. So definitely family and friends.
Very nice. Yeah, family is one of the most important things.
100%.
Friends, having a good network of support that you can lean on them and
Vice
they can
versa.
lean on you, and there you go. That's what makes the world go round.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Who inspires you most?
I would say my mom, honestly. I think a lot of like my personality and my ambition and my drive comes from her. So like just seeing her get up in the morning and, do whatever she can, like for us, I think definitely has motivated me to like just want to keep going every day.
That's awesome. What are some characteristics that your mom has that
Definitely ambitious. She's driven. She's confident, outgoing, kind. I could go on and on.
Very cool. Great role model.
Yeah.
And our last question. What is one piece of advice that you would give our viewers?
You have to start somewhere. You have to try. No matter like how big or how small, like can't get there unless you try. And it's like, I mean, you only get one life. So like, what is there really to lose, when you have all to gain?
Mm-hmm. They say like the greatest winners have lost more than most people have ever tried.
Yeah,
It's about like failing forward and not being afraid to fail. And
exactly.
what sets apart successful people versus unsuccessful people is the amount of time it takes them to pick themselves back up and their
And continue
recovery
to
speed
go. Yeah,
and learn from the mistakes. It's
Pretty
like
much.
a loss or a mistake isn't a loss or a mistake if you can learn from it.
exactly. It's a lesson. I think
And
everything
it's
in
a
life
win.
is a lesson in some capacity. So
Awesome. Thank you so much for
of
coming
course,
on the
no
show.
problem.
Yeah, this has been Riverwalk Talks, Philly. Your host, Noitalumis, with Zahra. Thank
Yep.
you so much.
Of course.
Welcome back to Riverwalk Talks. This is your host, Noitalumis. I'm joined here by Joshua.
How you doing?
How are you doing today?
I'm all right. It's a nice day out. Definitely starting to get a little cold though.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hopefully go home before that.
there you go. Yeah, I learned my lesson yesterday. Once the sun dropped, it got pretty cold pretty fast,
Yeah.
especially along the river here.
I mean, it's only been warm for like 2 days now, so definitely
Yeah.
gotta watch out for that.
It's kind of like, I hear a lot of people calling it a false spring. Like, it's going to seem like the weather's changing, but then it's going to go back to cold in a little
It does
bit.
do that a lot, especially in the springtime.
So I'll try to keep this quick. That way you can get home before it gets too cold.
Yeah.
So question 1, what gets you out of bed in the morning?
Definitely having to get money to pay for food, rent, and all that.
Very
you know.
nice.
Definitely, probably a lot of people feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call that working out. Because it's like you can't stay in the house, but you have to get out
Mhm.
and work. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So my second question for you, what is something you're passionate about that you can't live without?
Music.
Music?
Definitely music.
Nice.
It's like my first true love. I don't think I could ever love anyone as much as I love music.
Very nice. Do you have a favorite artist?
Sade. Yeah, it's probably not a lot of people know them, but yeah, definitely Sade.
Nice. I'm sure they appreciate the shout out then.
I mean, they've been making music for a while, and they've been pretty much retired for a while now,
Okay.
so they definitely don't need the shout out though.
Oh, no worries. But I'm sure they're grateful for it anyways.
I hope she sees this. I
Yeah.
would love that.
Oh, if you're watching this, make sure to comment in the comments and show your appreciation.
Yeah.
What kind of genre of music is that?
I want to say jazz, but it definitely like
Soul?
soul kind of stuff too.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I make like philosophical hip hop music, and I like jazz a lot, like for a foundation for my beats. It's
Yeah.
definitely a great foundation
Definitely
to
love
work
jazz.
with.
Always makes me blush.
Question 3, who inspires you most? And it doesn't have to be a specific person, but it can just be a type of person or values that you're inspired by, characteristic.
My mom, definitely. She works hard. She definitely has been through a lot, and she definitely keeps going. So I definitely feel like if she can do it, I think I can do it too.
There you go.
My-
And what's some characteristics your mom has that you admire?
She's she's very smart. She's a very smart woman, especially someone who had to get her GED and like has always been like pretty much a single mother. Like she's definitely worked very hard to get to where she needs to be and do what she needs to do. And I definitely appreciate that.
Very nice. Yeah, I have the same answer to that question. It's my mom as well. And she inspires me to not compromise and do, what matters most to her, and to hold the vision and to not compromise, to live your dreams, and to lead by example, right?
That's definitely the best advice. Do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, the money, the life, it all goes away when you die. It's not you can't take none of it with you.
That's right. And my last question, what is one piece of advice that you would give our viewers?
That's hard. That's hard. Just make sure you do what you gotta do first, and like definitely just make sure you're doing everything you need to do, and then you can have time for what you want to do. Because like doing what you want to do and then having everything else just in the back waiting for you, because it doesn't go away. It really doesn't. And I know it's tough, but it definitely makes it easier if you keep track of it.
Certainly. Yeah, my dad says work hard, play hard. That's what he says. So it's like get your stuff done before you go out and have fun,
Because it's going to stress you out. You're not having fun if you're stressed out.
And it's like if you put off something for weeks, it is only more work because you've been thinking about doing it for weeks when it might only take you 10 minutes, or 2 hours to do. So,
yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Joshua, for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, Riverwalk Talks. Your host, noitalumis.